So I'm standing in the brew house of the Milwaukee Brewing Company with head brewer Bert Morton. Bert, cheers. Thanks for having us over. We're standing here in front of a nice piece of stainless steel equipment. What are we looking at here?
The piece of equipment to my left here is the lauter tun. And the main purpose of this vessel is to take all the grain and liquid mixture, which is called the mash, and it strains it, it separates it. The bottom of the kettle, it's called a false bottom. Those are screens. And what's unique about this piece of equipment is that those screens are solid brass forged screens. So each section weighs about 80 pounds. There's 23 of them that make up the entire bottom of it. It's a real pain to clean because you got to remove them all. But a really unique piece. But what happens is we pump the mash, which is to make sure the grains and the hot water, over to the lauter tun. It separates it. The liquid or wort, which is our extract, gets pumped back over the brew kettle to my right, and then all the grain is left on top. And then what we do is we spray hot water on top of the grain, which rinses out all the residual sugars and flavors from this grain, and then it's all pumped over to the brew kettle also. And that is basically our extract. So that's what all this investment in grinding up malts and mixing with water and all that kind of stuff. Our final extract is the wort, and this wort is what we eventually boil, add our hops to, chill it down, add our yeast to. It ferments and becomes beer. So
you've been doing this for a number of years, I understand. You started at the Ale House. Was it when it began in '97?
Yeah, 97 Milwaukee Ale House. It was my first brewing job. I've never homebrewed.
So you jumped straight into it. You went full on.
Well, no, it was a part-time position as assistant brewer, and I worked under Jim Olin, who was the opening head brewer or brewmaster at the Milwaukee Ale House, and he basically taught me his trade, and it was fascinating. I come from a cooking background. I used to be a chef, and I've always been fascinated by just food and pairings and just all the combinations. I like baking a lot too, and brewing is a lot like baking. It's very scientific. Proportions have to be exact. It's very scientific. So Jim Olin took me under his wing, and I spent months just cleaning kegs and washing the floor and doing all the grunt labor, and then I started brewing. I've been doing it ever since. So 14 years later, I'm head brewer of the Milwaukee Brewing Company.
Fantastic.